So, yesterday, Diamond DaShields did something she probably regrets, trying to rough up Caitlin Clark to end the game. You might be saying, oh, it was unintentional. There were 3 fouls in a 30-second period. None of them, Diamond DaShields was anywhere near the ball, progressively getting more and more physical, culminating in a dangerous foul that was called as a flagrant foul. She was nowhere near the ball in any of them. But if you the response has not been great. And if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 30,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So I really do want to make this point abundantly clear. Diamond DaShields. If you guys don't know about Diamond DaShields, like when we talk about like borderline like inspirational players, Diamond DaShields has to be on that list. Like Diamond DaShields had a tumor in her back and has come back to become a WNBA player again. Like, she couldn't walk. She had to relearn how to walk. Has been a WNBA champion. Like, this is, like, undeniable. But also, we do have to take into account that very clearly, I don't know if she meant to hurt Caitlin Clark. I don't think she did. I don't think she meant to hurt Caitlin Clark, try to injure Caitlin Clark. But to say that she wasn't trying to rough her up a little bit, in like a, oh, we see you, like, we're not letting you get anything way, is wrong too. Like, two wrongs obviously don't make a right. But we've seen this with DaShields Carrington as well. And I'm not going to show any of the posts because they're absolutely disgusting. But Diamond DaShields was sharing posts of a Twitter bot. You know, or an Instagram bot. You know the PRON? You guys know what I meant to spell out there. Bots. You know those bots that comment and try to get you to click on their profiles and sell you an OnlyFans? There was an entire thread of one of those bots commenting stuff about her tumor. And it was disgusting. But then she goes and shares it. And as she posts on Instagram and shares that, the hate comments increase. Just like DaShields Carrington. DaShields Carrington, we looked on Twitter. Not one negative thing said about DaShields Carrington during the entire game in Indiana. As in personal thing. There were some like people clowning the shushing and then getting scored on, but nothing personal. And then she tweets out, Indiana fans are the worst. And then we see the bot accounts. We see the bot accounts, the faceless accounts, the Twitter troll accounts giving her as abuse that no person should ever have to read about themselves. And, like, is it right that it's happening? No, but it's the reality of the internet. It's something that I'm not sure these WNBA players have had to deal with before. But, like, even as somebody who was from the 2K community, is a basketball person from Ireland, like, it happens. It happens. Like, as somebody who gets more xenophobic abuse than almost anyone or who did in the 2K community more than anyone, there was a correlation. Sometimes you just get annoyed and you have to say something about it and you have to go and tweet about it. But, like, the more you let it know it affects you, the worse it gets. And I would remember every single time I would post anything just about the abuse that I got for being Irish, it would travel for weeks. And that is something that obviously it's hard to deal with. But that's the horrible thing about being in the public light is there are going to be peoples with accounts with no faces, anonymous accounts, and you may have to read stuff you never want to read about yourself. And for all these WNBA players, I mean this. Like, you are getting baited into responding to bot accounts or troll accounts that are not real people. They are trolls. You're getting baited into responding to trolls. And most of these troll accounts, they're not Caitlin Clark fans. They're obviously not Caitlin Clark fans. But what they want is, they want the Caitlin Clark... They want Caitlin Clark versus the WNBA to keep happening. They want the entertainment. They want people to keep going after Caitlin Clark, the player. They want people all this. They want Caitlin Clark to have to screw it with her. Her being told to like disavow everything. But it's like, no, it's on both. It's on every single side. I don't know why I say both sides. It's on every side. There's the Carrington fans posting memes of Carrington like having a gun up to Caitlin Clark. There are the Reese fans. Some of the stuff that they've said to Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna Bonner, and these are not, again, I hate when I say Reese fans. These are the social media people pretending to be Reese fans. These are not Reese fans. Like, these are literally just internet trolls, and we've seen it. The most obvious example of it are football player debates. If you are a player in the WNBA, set your Instagram to comments only from people you follow, because you are now reaching a level of fame that you've never been at before. And that is just the unfortunate truth about it. Is it wrong? Yes, of course it is. Of course it's wrong what's happening. But what do you expect to happen? A Streisand effect of Caitlin Clark complaining about it and people realizing that they can get Caitlin Clark's attention by trolling online, and it gets worse? Like, the only way that it'll stop is by not seeing it. Your games are being viewed by millions of people. It is, unfortunately, the way the entertainment industry is. And like, not that it shouldn't come to territory, but it's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. Like, back again, I had, as someone who had a very big 2K YouTube channel, has had to read stuff that no one should ever have to read about them said about me. And it's like, it's awful. It's completely not, like, it shouldn't be normalized, but also, these aren't real people. And that's where the problem is. Like, if people are coming up to you on the streets and harassing you over something in a basketball game, over something on that happens, then just send them to jail at this stage. Like, I genuinely think it should be like that. But especially on Twitter and on Instagram, when you can just make a fake profile with a fake face without having like any need to do anything. Set your replies to verified only. Set your or just don't hit your notifications. Don't look at your comments. Don't hit notifications. And I know it's easier said than done, but I've been giving that advice since day one to every single player. And I can guarantee you it's what Caitlin Clark is doing. I highly doubt. Or she just has this level of like mindset where she can just laugh at the trolls. Because it's clear that I'd say this is one of the first times DaShields has gotten that level of abuse. But the amount of people I've heard saying, like, I've seen sayings like, oh, Dejanay Carrington was right. She wasn't lying about Caitlin Clark fans. And it was a PRON bot. Like, was the quote tweet was a picture of a PRON bot. Like, Diamond DaShields shared a picture of a bot. Of what is an obvious bot. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But I hope Diamond DaShields is okay. Obviously, she's had to read stuff that no one should ever have to read about themselves. Like, Diamond DaShields, again, is basically freaking superhero being able to play. Last night, was it wrong going through Caitlin Clark's back? Probably. Was it intentional? It looked like it. But yeah, this is the advice I would give if there's any. There obviously isn't. But for all WNBA players or anyone who has anything on social media, is just either know if you do or say something in any way controversial, you're going to get abuse. Like, there's a reason why I'm not going to be reading comments on my video saying double-doubles don't mean anything, because I know it's going to be bad. And either that or just set your accounts to private. Social media is not that important.